The story of Bo, which is the character that I play. And Bo grew up thinking that she was human and like your every girl. And when she became a teenager, she had, you know, urges, sexual urges that went beyond normal teenage urges. And she discovers at the beginning of the series, in season 1, that she's not human, that she's actually a succubus and part of a whole fae underworld that live and feed among humans. So, you know, the adventure unfolds from there.
Hijinks ensue.
Yes, exactly. And Bo gets to learn about, you know, in one sense it was a great relief for her to find out that, you know, what she is. But at the same time it opened the door to a lot of questions. And those questions get answered and challenged and answered and challenged throughout the season.
Wow, couldn't have said it better myself. Let's watch a quick clip, actually. Let's just talk about that scene for a second, because I was watching that going, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
it makes my heart race actually watching it, because she was really strong. But it was really, I mean, it was an amazing sequence to shoot. And she, you know, she was this incredibly talented stunt woman, and but it was challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zoie, look, give us a little bit of your character and what do you do in the show?
I play Dr. Lauren Lewis, and what's interesting a little bit about her is that she's one of the few humans that work directly with the Fae. And I work in the beginning, Bo and Lauren meet up, and there's a few sparks, perhaps, maybe, and we have a bit of a triangle with another character on the show, Dyson, played by Chris Holden. And I sort of help Bo control the urges scientifically. So she comes for periodic injections and the like. And yeah, so Lauren sort of, and she works with the Fae, and you never sort of learn, well, the season sort of opens with, you're not sure why she's working for the Fae and why there's a human doctor and not a Fae doctor. And so that storyline sort of unravels as the season does too.
It's a really interesting character, because you definitely wanted someone like that in this kind of show, who's like, as a viewer, you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. There's a lot of questions around that character and why she's there and why she's so sort of indebted to that group, the Light Fae.
Yeah. But I think it seems like that, and I think the show very nicely is able to get through a lot of that expositional, how it works, all the different types of Fae, in a very organic way.
Yeah, I mean, Bo has all those questions. You know, she just learned that she's not human, that she's a succubus, and about the Fae, and that they exist, you know? So that sort of, those questions are asked by her and by the audience as well.
Yeah, you guys sort of have the same questions.
Yeah.
The audience and Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And something else I'll say about the show too, because Zoie just brought up the Light Fae, is that the other thing that Bo learns is that the Fae are divided amongst light and dark. And what that sets up in our show is this very interesting political system and divide. And that creates a lot of conflict on the show, and is just another really interesting thing about Lost Girl.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Especially the second season, it really does seem to kind of take off in that way.
Yes.
How did you get involved in the show?
Well, I'm Canadian, and I lived in Toronto for quite a few years. That's where our show shoots. And I live in Los Angeles now, and the script came my way, and I saw, you know, female sex, sci-fi, babe. I thought, what? She came running. And I came running. I said, that's for me. I think I actually came into the process a little late in the game, and you know, I loved what I read because, you know, Bo, she's a sexual creature. She's a sexual being. So right away I thought, okay, what's going on here? What is this about? But what I loved is that it's Bo's greatest sense of shame grows into her greatest strength. And that's something that appealed to me, and I think is you know, I think it appeals to young women watching the show. Our audience is so broad. I mean, we're in our second season in Canada. We're airing in the UK and Australia, and the people I meet that watch the show are such a broad audience. You know, we have different generations and all the different kinds of people are really drawn to the
Guys,
show.
girls, young.
Yeah.
Like, it really seems to have hit, a good big group. Which
Yeah.
has been lovely for us.
Yeah.
But that's what drew me to the show, was a strong female lead and female character who is scared a lot of the time, but can't be.
Right.
She has to figure it out, and she does.
That's great.
Not always, but for the most part, she does.
It also, and you get a little sense of, I mean, there's something like the front ditch line, but you also do get a sense, there's a certain tongue-in-cheek quality, and with Lauren too, that there's like this, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It
No,
does.
there's great humor in the show. I think that's one of my favorite things about the show, is that they have, along with some really intense moments, there's tons of fun and lots of that sort of, it's witty. And I think all of the female characters on the show are really interestingly written. Kenzie, played by the very talented Cassandra Solo, who can't be here.
Who was the fried bitch line?
Yeah, she's fantastic on the show, and what a great character,
Yeah.
She has a good time playing that character.
You can tell. I mean, it is, she gets all the great, like,
Yeah.
like, why does she get her job, the great line?
Yeah, well, when she does them, no one else can do it better. She does a great job.
Yeah, we have some experience with that with Claudia on our show. Allison Scagliotti on Warehouse is the same way.
Yeah.
Like, she just has that zinger that you wish you had said. So, are you, and you're now doing 9 more episodes, right? You got additional episodes you're shooting.
We did. We got back 9. So we're actually currently filming episode 15 of season 2.
Excellent.
And we started airing season 2 in Canada as well. So it's,
That's where we're airing and shooting.
yeah, we're airing and shooting.
That's
That
right.
never happens.
Not often.
To us.
No.
But it's great.
Are you in that zone? It's funny because I was with Colin yesterday, and he said there's a point at which you suddenly start to get recognized, and you realize like something happens, you reach a threshold where people start to just stop you in the street. Are you at that point now?
Yeah, and it's great because people want to come up and tell you why they love the show. They don't just sort of say, "Are you that girl?" They say like, "Oh, my mom watches the show, and this is why she loves it, and my brother watches it." And it's cool.
That's
It's
great.
funny those moments though, because it never occurs to me anyway that that's why someone might be looking at me. So I always have to go, what? Oh, right, sorry.
What do you want?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, wait till it airs on Syfy. Then that's a whole other level.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
Totally thrilled.
Then you're in that little tram in the airport in Orlando, and people are stopping you in the tram. I was like, Colin, my God. He's like, I know, right? I was like, thank God, that's not me.
As long as they don't expect a succubus kiss, I'm okay.
I will inject people though.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
She will.